Wait. He's trying to open the door. He just froze.
The struggle of opening the door.
It's so real.
By Boston.
It's so real.
It's just a down. I quit.
Oh, man. You ready? Been recording for like 20 seconds. I just had to go on for like 20 seconds. Wait, what are we talking about? Fuck it. Off the top of the dome.
Just talk about...
Just everything off the top of the dome.
What are we going to start with?
I have no idea. Just off the top of the dome.
So we'll start from like the pay-per-view or...
I have no idea.
Because we didn't even talk about Punk.
Yeah, we don't.
Like, that was like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my god.
We're way behind, bro.
Oh my god, it's horrible.
Welcome to the 8th episode of the World Uncensored.
Is it the 8th episode?
Yeah, we're in the 8th episode.
Oh my god, we should have been like, what, 10 or 11?
Yeah.
What's wrong with us?
Instead we had a 7.5.
7.5, folks.
But we're back with a new episode.
We're back.
We're
Gabe. Here, and Gabe's queer.
Yep. I'm Gabe Foster. This guy's drinking a soda. Or an energy drink.
Gabe's Jonathan Rivera.
We've been gone for a bit.
For 3 weeks.
Yeah, if nobody knew, it's been really bad weather here in Connecticut.
It's been horrible.
It's like the first decent day, and it's still like cloudy.
Not even.
It was like decent. It was like snowing like the first week, and then like
the second week was just.
Oh no! It was like raining and like ice.
Not
and
even.
Snow and like
that week was just. No, that week was snow. Yeah, it was snow. Then the second week it was all that jazz.
Oh, that jazz.
And then the third week, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I don't know what happened last week.
Like, last week was like...
I think we
just put the 7.5.
Yeah, we'll just put up 7.5.
Let's just put 7.5. They'll understand.
They'll be fine.
They'll be fine.
That'll hold them off. That 3 minutes... That little 5-minute video, that'll hold them off,
yeah,
you know?
They don't give a shit about us.
I don't think it's 5 minutes.
Like, they don't give a shit about us that much.
I think it's like 3 minutes.
3 minutes. Just what? Like, us and Hooters? In that pay-per-view.
You could barely... It's like really bad audio,
it's
too.
Like 182.
It was like recorded from our cell phones.
It was horrible.
Should I open up Ask FM just to get this over with? Because I already know we don't have questions.
You can try to check Ask FM, but I don't think there's going to be anything.
Just because I know we don't have questions.
In my opinion, it should have been check.
What if we do have questions and it's like, where the fuck are you faggots? I still listen to you guys.
You guys are fucking idiots.
Yeah, where are you guys, dumbasses?
You guys are fucking faggots.
Yes.
I'm Brian.
Wait, why am I typing in Google? Google's already on the screen. Oh man, I'm slacking so bad. Yeah, and then like... I had like a really bad my throat was fucked up real bad.
Oh, that was the third week. Yeah, that was
bad. I wasn't feeling good at all.
Hey, I remember on the first
5 questions.
That's
wait a minute. Wait, are they all questions of the day?
Yeah, I think they're questions of the day.
What? No.
Oh no, they're not. Fat. Okay, that's great. That's great. So let's start with questions.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Boston. There's Boston here. If you're like slobbering, that's Boston.
Okay, let's start with the question of the day. It's actually really funny. Oh my god. Okay, so the question of the day is how many hours do you sleep at night? I sleep about,
5 hours.
4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
We're gonna save that one for last. First question, SSS. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Love. It's great.
Name a girl with the nicest butt you know. My girlfriend, of course.
I don't have.
Who would you name?
I mean,
she who should not be named.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd say my girlfriend.
The Crescent Bay.
I'd say my girlfriend because
I'll say the Crescent Bay.
Because if I say anything else, I'm gonna get punched in the face.
Unless it's a celebrity.
Oh, celebrity.
No. We're not talking about celebrity. We're talking about the one that we know.
That I know. Yeah. So it'd be my girlfriend.
But if it would have been celebrity, it would have been somebody different.
Huh. Let's see. If it was
Scarlett
celebrity.
Johansson. Done.
Yeah. Sorry. No. Yeah. Scarlett Johansson.
That's it. That's it. I'm done.
I'm trying to think.
I mean, that's just natural, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. That's it. I'm done.
Yeah, Scarlett Johansson.
That's it.
She takes the cake. See what I did there? Okay, next question is fap. Yes.
Do all the time.
I don't even know if this is right English. Can you like hills at your girl? I don't know what that means.
Listen, with all due respect, whoever put that question, do you take English?
Can you like hills at your girl?
Like, were you trying to say something else? Like, I have no idea.
Can you resend that? Because I don't know what that means.
We don't know what the hell you're talking about. If it's a girl or a guy, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. With all due respect.
Can you hills
Can
at
you
your
hills
girl?
at your girl?
That makes no
You mean
sense.
can you holla at your girl or something like that? Like,
But it says can you like what is it? Why would it say holla at your girl when it's?
I don't know.
Or did it mean can I holler at
Listen,
your girl?
whoever you were, please use proper grammar.
Yeah, if you're just trying to say can I
Just
holler at
please.
your girl, if you're gonna
At least like the next.
if you're gonna try to say that,
question.
at least say it with the right proper English.
God.
And then
So at
I'll
least
say
try to
something
be
else.
like that person from the next question at least. Okay, that's all we want.
Yeah, the next question is the best one. It says, "Baby, come through. You deserve rounds tonight with a whole bunch of teas." Oh, well then.
If you say so.
Sweet.
I mean,
Rounds of boxing. I can't
I'm
wait.
free. I'm free. Actually, I'm not free tonight.
Yeah, neither am I.
Because I have to watch SmackDown
Yeah,
tonight
I have to watch
live.
wrestling tonight. Yeah.
And then I have to watch Ink Master live, the finale.
Everything's live
I
tonight.
can't fucking wait. No, here's the good thing about it. 8 to 10 I have SmackDown, then 10 to 11 I have Ink Master. This is the best thing that ever happened to me on a Tuesday. Other than the podcast.
This is the best day of my life. Oh my god. Yeah, podcast, SmackDown. Podcast obviously comes first.
Exactly.
Not Kingdom Hearts.
Hey. I should do a different podcast with just Kingdom Hearts because I have so much crap that I can talk about.
That'd be like a 15.
I should bring like what, your cousin. I can just bring him.
That'd be like a 15-part episode. He was actually on the Hooters Uncensored.
Yeah. So when would he mind mentioning his name? We'll probably say
no, Nate. Yeah, I said it in the beginning. I said starring Nate.
I mean,
actually no.
yeah.
Actually, okay. This is what happened. I took the video and I edited it, and then. Hey, look, Full Sail. I got way off. We got way off topic. No, but what I did, I took the video and I edited it.
Yeah.
And then I put in the beginning a video like I did before of me talking, saying why. Yeah. Pretty much, you know how we explained what was going on. Yeah. I explained that, and then had starring Nate in the beginning, like guest starring Nate.
Exactly. Yeah.
In the beginning, but then when I uploaded it, it wasn't there, and it was like the first because my first copy was without everything.
And the second copy
was with everything, but then
so basically you put the first copy.
Yeah, but then I looked for the second copy, and the second copy wasn't there when I saved it. When it saved over it, it just wasn't there.
Fuck you, technology. And
it was weird because it was so cool because like during the video I had going up on a Tuesday playing low throughout the video, so whenever it was be dead silent, you can hear the song. It wouldn't just be awkward silence.
It's probably for next time.
Damn, like it took forever to edit that too, and like I like took time from watching TV to record myself explaining myself.
When? Like what kind of show were you watching?
Arrow.
Oh,
the Arrow Flash, the Arrow Flash crossover.
Oh man, damn, I didn't watch it actually. I have to watch it on the internet. Probably go on YouTube.
I'm answering these questions.
Yes. Now,
my bae. Duh.
Oh man.
Memories from episode, what is that?
Like 2?
Yes, that was 2.
Man, that was the best. That was great. That's like flashback.
Fap.
It's kind of funny how our first and second episode were the best ones.
How do you reply to fap?
No, wait.
Should I just put more?
No. I think would be. Let's see. What can I think about? Fap. What comes out after you fap?
I should put tissues.
Tissues. Period. Done. We're
That's
done.
It. Can you?
Don't even answer. Like what? Just put what? WTF. There's no other way I can. WTD.
Yeah, shut up.
What the duh?
What the duh? Oh my god, I'm gonna start that. That's the hashtag for this one. Hashtag what the duh.
Oh man, but we missed a lot. Well, we didn't miss a lot, but we.
Oh my god, I can't type.
We missed a lot of opportunities to talk about. But the good thing is, there's a lot of stuff that happened when we didn't do the podcast.
Yeah, but then it was weird because like we did a podcast for 7 straight weeks and then nothing happened. And then we don't do a podcast for 3 weeks and everything happens. Like, what's going on?
We were just like, oh yeah,
all we did was take a little vacation and then everything just happened.
It was like a little hiatus. Like, you didn't even announce it.
No, it just like happened.
It just happened.
Yeah, we should. We should have announced it. It just happened.
Yeah, like people just.
Well, like I did announce it in the video, but then.
Yeah, but that was after like the 3 weeks.
Yeah, that was like last week.
So we fucked up.
Hey.
I wonder. I think. Do you have any? Who would that?
Coming through.
I wonder who it would be though. I'm just wondering who could answer, like, send a question.
I have no idea. Do you want to check your Ask FM to see if you have any?
I'm not even. I don't know.
Just dude, you might as well just check.
I mean,
because if I had questions, you might have questions.
Yeah, but
You never know.
I'm a nobody.
So am I. So am I, bud. So am I.
Let's see. Watch me have like one, and that's it. Yeah, I told you.
How many hours do you sleep?
Fuck, you already answered that.
Yay!
You know what? Just answer right.
This is karma from the first episode, or what was it? The third, not even. Or something. When you had the questions, remember you had like 7 questions and I had 1.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Send me questions, people. Yeah.
Fuck you, people.
Nobody coming through. Me. Pay for my rounds.
Nobody loves Jonathan.
Pay for my rounds tonight. It would be so depressing if we weren't recording. Okay, good. We're recording. I'm just
making sure. So sad.
Oh my god, I took my own saliva.
Faggot.
Oh man. Well, that was cool. I like that. That was entertaining. Why did my Project 64 just open? Whatever. But yeah, that was cool. Remember, send questions to...
That'll be great.
So that's the episode. No, I'm kidding.
So that's the episode, folks. Go fuck yourself. I'm kidding. Now, where should we start? I mean, there's a lot of stuff happening
off the dome right now. Where are we going? Usually we plan this out, but we're kind of just like...
Yeah, today's just like...
Let's just talk. Because this is kind of like just like a catch-up episode. Like
it feels like if we have Cabana podcast.
If it feels like we went too short, then I have stories. So like
right now, it just feels like the Cold Cabana podcast with Punk.
This podcast might
happen out of nowhere.
This podcast might be just straight UFC wrestling. Actually,
I mean, I think that's just it.
Yeah, and just like
maybe a few stuff about life.
Should we just get that life stuff out the way, just because life?
I mean, but like what? Like
target that audience first, get them out the way, so they don't have to listen to
life.
An hour and a half of
life.
CM
just a
Punk
life. There's a lot of CM Punk. That's the problem. Like,
what did I just say?
Once you start with CM Punk, it crosses over from wrestling to freaking UFC like that.
Yeah.
Like there's no way. Like I'm not even gonna start with CM Punk yet.
Okay.
Because if we start with CM Punk, it's gonna go like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Easily. Just because it's Punk.
Okay, so is there anything about life you want to talk about, John?
There's a lot of stuff going on.
What's going on with your life right now?
But hey, I don't want to.
No, you like
stuff.
Like that. You could be vague about. Like no, like straight details. Like be vague so people kind of get a feeling what's going on with Rogue right now. Rogue Rivera.
Rogue. Yeah, that's my nickname.
Oh, John's.
Yeah, I'm in FWL.
He's official FWL superstar with me. Well, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I mean I don't know. Probably people should check that out. It's pretty cool.
He starts at Rumble. He doesn't really matter until WrestleMania. Your votes really.
I'm basically gonna be like the NXT type of guy in FWL.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah.
Which is really
welcome,
cool.
Rogue.
Oh I didn't thank my mom. Psych. My mom doesn't give a crap.
I made it big.
I made it.
But what's going on recently? Because I want to talk about something that's pretty funny.
Let's see. There's a lot of shit going on. Have you been one of those people that... I mean, you probably haven't, but there's certain people, like me, that you think about doing something, but then for some odd fucking reason...
You don't do it?
You can't fucking do it.
Yeah,
like, your mind's like, oh, I'm gonna do it.
Sometimes I'm like...
And then you're like right there, about to do it, and then your body just decides to be like, nope, fuck you.
Sometimes I'm just like...
Bruh.
I gotta use the bathroom, and then like I sit on the toilet, and then my body's like,
sitting on a toilet?
You don't gotta use the bathroom. So I'm like,
dude, I got a toilet.
Alright. And I get up.
Alright. You're just about to take a shit, and you're just
sitting there. And then you're sitting there, and then it's like...
And then it's actually a fart, and it's like, alright, I'm done.
I'm done, yeah.
I'm done. It's like a small piss, and that's it. That's basically
Alright, we're good.
But, that certain stuff pisses me off, because it happens to me a lot. And... For certain situations,
certain reasons that should not be named on the public yet.
Yeah. I mean, I hope that'll be great. I mean, what?
I got something funny to talk about.
I mean, there's a fuckload of shit.
I got something really funny to talk about.
I don't know, like, it's just certain situations. It makes sense, for your mind. Like you think about something and not do it, but in other situations, it looks so. It makes you it makes you look bad.
Papa John advice.
Like right now, like me right now. It made me look so bad.
Actually, I was Papa Gabe a few weeks ago.
I'm Papa John.
You're Mama John.
Fuck you.
You're Mama John.
I'm Sonny John. I don't know. I'm not Papa John. Or Papa, that sounds
Grandpa
really
John. There you go. Grandpa John. There you go. Uncle John.
Oh, Uncle John.
Tio John. There you go. Tio John. Yeah. There we go.
Tio.
There you go. That makes sense.
Tio is basically uncle. You fuckers.
Yes, in Espanol. If you guys didn't take class.
Espanol and Francais. Sorry. Just kidding. Don't fucking listen to me.
Me and John actually, we went with a group of our friends Saturday to go out bowling. Very fun. Very fun. But we have this one friend who just he
goes through a lot. We gotta talk about him because I feel bad.
He's a really nice guy, but he's kind of annoying sometimes. But it's in a good way.
Listen. I'll be honest.
He's a good friend though,
I'm honest with him, and he knows if people know if I'm really honest with you. If you're super honest with somebody, you're definitely their friend.
Yes.
Because if you would have been, something's like really wrong's going on, and tell them, you'll be fine. Or, you should go out with that girl, knowing that
it's not gonna work out.
Yeah. So you're just gonna fuck him over. So you can't just do that. Me and Gabe are completely, brutally honest. Mm-hmm. If you get mad about it, too fucking bad.
Exactly.
But
suck it up.
Yeah.
If I blow up your car in GTA, suck it up.
Suck it up.
I'll lose money.
Yeah.
So it's my loss.
Straight, fuck it. But this friend of ours,
I feel really bad for him.
He's the most annoying fuck.
Yes.
You could fucking
But we love him. He's like a brother to us.
Exactly. He's basically like a brother to us.
We're going to college with him. We're living with him for 4
It's going to be
years.
Partially horrible because he's annoying. But, I get along with the guy.
It's going to be very entertaining, yes.
It's going to, I get along with the guy. Fun. Get along with Gabe. It's going to be great.
I'm going to say his name because he listens to the podcast.
Yeah, he listens to the podcast.
He's a fan of the podcast.
I mean, and who knows, maybe in the future.
He might be on the podcast.
You never
I want him as a special guest. I'm just waiting for him to stop playing Assassin's Creed and,
I mean, he's cheerleading.
Come on the podcast. Oh, yeah, he's cheerleading.
He's a great cheerleader.
Yes. He kills it. Besides that one
show, that one day,
and he was not paying attention to the cheer.
So that one day they were just looking bad at the game and then completely fucked up the whole thing.
So this is what happened. First, okay, let's go back in time.
But let's
go back to when he had cheerleading practice a few months ago. When he got out, he poor Brian. He found his bike across the street, stop laughing at him.
I feel bad because it sucks. Like there's this point that you have to laugh because I feel so bad.
There's and it's your friend, so you're able to laugh.
Exactly.
So fuck you if you think that we're being mean. Fuck you. Yeah. But we're not being mean.
No, we're pretty fucking assholes right now.
But
especially putting this in public.
Yeah, well, he's told people, so it's not like he's like, hey, don't tell anybody, and then we tell people. Plus only 9 people listen to this, as you see for the past. No, we did so good in the first one. We're in triple digits, and then
we're triple digits, and
double digits, and then just single digits. I don't know what happened, but
fuck it.
But I think I know the problem, but I'll tell you after. Yeah. But he found his bike across the street, kind of beaten up and his tires slashed, and the bike rack messed up. He had to walk home. That was the first time.
Before we continue, whoever did that, you're the most fucked up person I've ever met.
You're a douche, dude. You're a douche.
Yes. Brian is super annoying.
But he doesn't deserve to get his bike.
He doesn't deserve to get his bike.
How is he going to get home?
I understand he pisses off a lot of people. I completely understand that. But there's no... you really, really gotta hate Brian. You super fucking hate him. Or hate anybody to do that. I don't see myself doing that.
That's that's just another level.
That's just how are you getting home? He basically have to walk home with the bike, walking. And it was probably... below 30 degrees easily.
Yeah.
And he barely I feel bad. And he had other shit to carry.
Yeah.
That's one of the most fucked up shit that happened to him. Now, the second time.
Okay, this is what happened. I think John, you want to tell because he told you first. So if he doesn't want us to know, I'm blaming you for this.
All right.
Because you're telling it.
You dick. But he
won't get mad.
I don't think he will get mad. Because the good thing is, he,
yeah, it's not like
got a good comeback.
Yeah.
Comeback. So,
yeah, you'll find out
which is good.
Yeah.
So, basically, that night I was going with our friends.
We're all going bowling. This is this past Friday.
A certain person,
Saturday.
And a certain person that,
shut up.
Whatever. And, so, that night, I was just, getting ready and shit. And then right before I'm about to go, my friend calls me. Brian calls me. It's like, oh my god, you don't know what happened. So I was like, what happened? It's like, dude, I just got jumped. At that certain moment, I'm just like, okay, he's definitely lying.
Yeah, because he's the type of person to lie about that and to be like, nah, I'm just kidding with you guys.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, he's probably lying, but I just want to hear it. So then he comes, alright, so there's this guy, I don't know, I was just walking, and then got out of work, got tackled, and pushed me to the ground. And then, try to find, you have the weed, or you have money, or whatever.
He didn't have it.
Which he didn't have whatsoever. And, then I guess Brian gets up at that moment.
Yeah, that's when the guy tried to punch him, and he turned his head.
Yeah, he turned
and
his head.
Moved. He pushed his the guy's fist so it hit the cement, and then at that point Brian was already winding up, and then
hit him right in the temple.
Hit him right in the temple, and the guy kind of stumbled back.
Yeah,
and Brian was like, "What do you want?" And then the guy he said he jumped at him a little bit, but Brian was like about to punch him again, and the guy ran.
Yeah, that's one of the things.
So moral of the story. Don't fuck with Brian. Yes, because he will knock you out.
Yes, he may look. Actually, he had the sweater at that moment, so that moment you don't see him He's actually pretty muscular. He's pretty buff, dude. He looks skinny and shit, but he's actually pretty damn strong. And people may, people that know us probably say, "Oh, you're lying. Oh, you're just trying to,
follow him on Instagram.
You're just trying, you're just trying to be." Closer to him for certain reasons.
The Calero at Instagram?
I don't know what is on Instagram.
He has 2 different names.
But, I don't know. But
something Calero. Brian
people may say...
Oh, shit. I just put his full name out. Oh, fuck it.
Screw it. Nobody cares. But, there's people who don't care. But, I forgot what I was going to say. I fucking forgot what I was going to say. You just put me off track. You completely put me off fucking track.
You said something... Shit, what were you gonna say?
See, that's my point.
I told you that sidetrack too. I remember the last thing you said.
Scratch that. There was another thing that happened.
Yes, it gets better. Okay, we went bowling, and
do you think we go to jail for this though?
I don't know. I don't care.
Because it's kind of funny, but then again, the authorities.
No, because
accurate.
Yeah, fuck it. Like I said, only 10 people listen to this. Unless that 10 person the president of the United States.
It's funny if your dad's a cop.
Yeah.
So what if he just listens to it? He's like, I'm just arrest these guys.
Let me just get these guys out of here real quick.
I'll get them out, but just to scare them a little bit, they'll probably do it.
This is what happened. It was, what was it? You, me...
It was the same night.
Yeah.
The exact same night.
This is the exact same night, and he came, but we invited him bowling, and he came.
Actually, I invited him.
Yeah, John invited him bowling.
I feel bad.
So we were with our friend, other John, and 2 other people.
Did you put that part of the podcast?
Because
I already recorded.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, that was the last episode.
Yeah, that was
the last episode.
Again, back to Punk. I'm like Punk. I don't watch or hear
that was
things.
The last episode. Yeah. I have to, because then I have to go through it.
Yeah.
And all that. Make sure it sounds good and all that, and make sure we don't say anything stupid.
So you people can know right now, I don't listen back to certain stuff.
It's crazy because I was always like, all right, we gotta edit the podcast so it's in the right spot. But I
go
through it once and I think about we said that. I listen just to hear the things that we say.
There's some stupid shit.
It's some stupid stuff we say. But
that same night.
Yeah, we invited him bowling with us, and it was 5 people.
There was no space anymore.
So yeah, we were leaving, and we all needed a ride home. So my friend was driving. Our friend Other John was driving. That's what I'm gonna call him, not Other John, because you're John.
Yeah, I'm Jonathan.
So, but I call you John.
You can basically just call me by my nickname.
Rogue.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No nickname, folks. Just.
And plus, we call John Von Glory. The other John, I'll call him. I'll call him Von Glory. So, Von Glory was driving. This is funny saying it. Von Glory. I used to just call him just understand. I'm like, hey, Mr. Von Glory. So, Mr. Von Glory was driving home. It sounds like a kid story. And he was driving us all home. Brian was first.
The kids home.
Yes, he was driving the kids home. That sounds so creepy. But Brian was the first stop, so we were like, okay, Brian, sit on top of her. Because we need to fit you on top of her. We need to fit you in the car, yeah. So we were like, he was like, no, fuck that. I'll go in the trunk. So we were like,
oh, you go in the trunk, all right.
Really? Are you serious about that? He's like, yeah, fuck it, I'll go in the trunk. So
basically, me and Von Glory decided to open the trunk.
Yeah, we were like, no way. And we were like, yeah. So John
got in the trunk.
So John and Von Glory were like, all right, do it. And he was like, all right. We're like, all right. So he opened the trunk, and we have a video of us putting Brian in the trunk. We're like, Brian, where you going? He's like, in the trunk. And we put him in the trunk.
Which we actually did.
Yes, in a small little Honda.
Honda Accord.
Actually, I don't think it's illegal since it was his idea. No, I think it's still illegal. It was his idea, though, so...
Okay, then he's in the trunk. We actually leave him in the trunk.
Yes, and he doesn't live there. He lives 5 minutes away, so it wasn't that bad. It's not like it was
it's like 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's like 2-3 minutes away, so it's not like it was an hour drive.
Next to the
so he wasn't dying. We opened up the space in the car, took some pictures of him, made fun of him a little bit.
And then our friend decides to put the music all the way up.
Yeah, so
we're like,
it's
kind of loud. Guys, it's really fucking loud.
And then we leave and he's like, okay guys, seriously, it's really loud. And we turn it down.
And we practically hit every single bump.
We hit like 4 or 5 speed bumps on the way there.
And then
we tried slowing down.
5,
John's car, Von Glory's car got a little scratched up.
Oh man!
You hear like the bottom scrape, and Von Glory goes, ah, like that, and Brian goes, hey, we hear from the truck, hey, it hurts me more than it hurts you, okay? And John's like, no, it fucking hurts me. And he's like yelling. Like, you hear Brian yelling from the. It's just funny hearing somebody yell from the truck.
Here's the funny thing about makes it funnier. You had Von Glory pissed off while driving, raging. He rages every time we're driving, which is great.
Because Brian didn't warn him that there was like 100.
And then you had
100 of those
Brian in the
speed
back,
bumps.
which is probably what? He's probably like what, 160?
Yeah, he's like 6'1".
You have 160 pounds in the back.
He's like 6'1".
Exactly. So,
dude, I didn't even think of that.
That's the reason.
Weight.
Like, here's like.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that.
The most painful thing I ever heard.
It hurt me.
It hurt me too. It hurt every single guy. Except the girls. The girls were like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
That Brian.
Physics bitch.
So it's his fault.
This is basically his fault.
Damn it, Brian. Bad luck, Brian. But
what else happened in school? It was a guy.
But yeah, wait. It gets better. But
then on Monday.
So Monday, Brian would sit at our table. So recently he moved from the table because he didn't want to sit there anymore. His decision. He didn't want to sit there anymore, so he was like, whatever. So he sits like,
bro.
We miss it, Brian. But he sits like 2 tables away from us now.
You faggot.
So we still like able to like annoy him and stuff and like say hi to him. But we see him during study hall anyway, so it doesn't.
We always
Full sales squad.
Damn, it didn't sound because
yeah,
okay,
they can't see what we're doing because it's a podcast.
They'll find out eventually. I mean, who knows? Maybe we do video podcast.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
But I just realized on the video that I recorded, I was like, oh, maybe next week we'll do a video podcast. You know, we even have a podcast the week after.
3
so that promise, that's still an open promise.
Yeah, it's still an open promise. It's definitely gonna happen eventually.
It's gonna happen eventually, just
not now. But yeah.
But it's okay. So it's like it's lunchtime, and our lunch is like, oh, if you talk while the AP is talking during her announcements, she kicks you out, which is stupid. But she kicks you out
because they could have just put the announcement on the fucking TVs.
Yeah, because we watch it as they're talking. We watch the TV. We watch TVs as they're talking. But no, she's talking and it's literally dead quiet in there.
Feels like a private school. It's sad.
Yeah, dude, you could hear a pin drop in there. It was so quiet, and out of nowhere she just goes, Brian, leave the cafeteria. And there's like, what, 500 kids in the cafeteria?
There's
of all people, she picks out Brian. The first day he's away from the first day he moved, he gets kicked out the caf. He looks at me, he's like, what's up? And he's like, he gives me our little new click sign.
He's just walking out, I was like,
the little, what
the fuck? And then he just looks at me.
He gives me the little hand sign, he's like, what's up? And then leaves. Poor Brian. He said hi to my girlfriend, and then he comes in, and my girlfriend does like the finger thing, like come here.
Like, the fuck you did, Brian?
Yeah, kind of like a parent, like come here, like the finger point thing. And Brian's like, yeah. And she's like, what happened? And
here's a funny part about all this. I'm basically like the fucking father of Brian right now.
Yes.
And of you.
And I'm the annoying brother. Yeah, I'm his brother.
So I'm basically gonna be the.
He's gonna be making food for us in the apartment.
I'm not even that mature, but I'm still somewhat mature.
He's making food for us in the apartment.
Yeah, so
it's official.
It's official now.
So no more Tio John, Chef John.
Chef John.
Kiss the cook.
Then it's definitely gonna be Papa John.
Kiss the cook.
Get the fuck out of here. But
no.
But yeah,
broke my heart.
Bad luck, Brian, folks.
Yes, Brian.
Maybe this could be a new segment.
Yeah, I know, bad luck, Brian.
Because every single time,
it would be even funnier if Brian comes on this and tells us a story.
Maybe like
he has a lot of stories.
But here's the thing: he always has practice.
Yeah.
Because now he's doing, in the winter season.
In college, we should have him on a segment for Brian every week.
No, because around spring, he's done. He's probably not going to do anything else.
Yeah.
Which I'm pretty happy about because we're gonna have more time to hang out with him.
Yeah.
Because he's doing his fucking cheerleading. We have to wait for him and shit.
Fucking up, Brian. Fucking up.
So yeah.
But anyway. Brian, I know you're fucking listening.
I know he's definitely.
I know you're listening. If you're not listening, God, first time, dude. But we love you, Brian, and we did this. If we just outed you, who cares? Yeah. But we love you, Brian.
Yeah. If anybody hates you,
thanks for the stories, Brian.
Fuck everybody else.
Thanks for the good times, Brian. I can't wait for more.
This is gonna be great for college.
Brian's good people, man.
Brian's an asshole, but he's actually really nice.
I would love to have him on the podcast.
He's a nice guy because from all the people. Most of the people that I know, he's one of the most loyal. Like, yes, it's a fucking pain in the ass. Yes, I piss him off. Yes, he pisses me off. Yes, we fight all the damn time. But he,
Yes, I'm shorter than him.
Yes, I'm definitely fucking shorter than anybody else. Right now, I'm 5'6", okay? That's
I'm like 5'10", maybe?
Yeah, but that's short. That's pretty...
Yeah, I'm
that's average.
Average.
I'm not.
I don't want to get any taller. I'm good with 5'10".
But
I'm straight with that.
Just for certain people, and I'm going directly from people I know. Just chill. Like, let's say you don't like that person. All right, don't even
Yeah, don't slash his tires.
Just ignore the person. Just ignore the person. Just don't try to fight against the person or anything like that, because it just makes you look immature.
Mm-hmm. Preach.
And then again, yes, I know certain people are super fucking annoying, because I have people that are friends that are super fucking annoying, and I found out a way to say,
I feel like he's hinting at me in a way.
No, you're annoying as shit too. But
I know. Yeah, I know.
I know how to, I know how to deal with you guys. People don't know how to deal with people like you and Brian. And my other friend,
we're hard to deal with.
Which I'm gonna say his name again, which I probably said at the first episode. On my friend George.
Georgie.
I know him since
we had somebody to give him a blowjob in California.
He never got it.
Damn.
He never got it.
He just got blown up in Grand Theft Auto a couple times.
No, he did get it. I mean, he probably got a blowjob, but probably people...
Not because of us.
Not because of us.
Not because of us. We're not...
No. I mean, he got a blowjob, but they just... I don't know. I don't have any puns for that.
Wait, what does this stream mean? Is it like a live stream?
No.
Oh my god, it's like a timeline for Twitter. Oh my god, we could read other people's questions.
We can do that later.
Oh my god, what the hell is that?
That's for next time.
Yo!
That's the thing.
Oh my god, that's so gross. Oh my god,
that's for later.
Dude,
that's for next week.
Her stomach's hanging out of her shirt.
For next week.
Oh my god.
We're probably going to do a lot of questions. Just because I guess Gabe just found out their stream.
I just found out about that.
Which is great. But that's for next week.
You can read other people's shit. Dude, that's so disgusting.
That's disgusting. But next week we're just probably going to talk about random shit again.
Yeah.
But now...
Because we're still catching up. We missed 3 weeks of shit we got to make up for. Alright, this is where we start nerding out. So people who aren't into wrestling, this is the rest of the podcast.
Wrestling and
it's
UFC.
Wrestling, UFC, the rest of the podcast from here on out.
Right now.
We turn into a straight wrestling podcast right now.
You want to keep listening.
That's why I got that in the front, in the beginning. Yeah. What was it? What time are we at right now? That first half an hour was straight life that people could listen
to. For those out there that don't like wrestling or don't like UFC.
Why?
Or don't like listen to us.
What else do you do with your life?
Yeah, exactly. At least with the UFC and and wrestling shit. If you don't like us, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
You can just go right now.
Whatever. But there's other podcasts. No, I'm serious.
There's a lot of
kidding.
Stay
with us.
Don't be.
Please I put in the videos. And when we do talk about, you know what? I think we should do this. We should do stuff in the beginning, wrestling at the end, instead of having stuff, wrestling stuff. Because then you know how I always put like, skip to this, or so if they don't want to listen to wrestling, they don't have to.
Touche.
Because they know all this shit's gonna be at the. I'll tell them in the beginning. This is our social media shit and.
True. I mean, there's a lot of ideas we can do. We can improve this a lot.
It's the first time we ever planned something out.
It's probably the first time.
I think that's why it's not the anchor. We just talk. Like we just flow into things. Our mind just goes different.
We don't have any transitions.
Our minds just goes to places.
Happens.
It's hot in here. Why do I have a North Face?
See, this is what we're trying to say.
Why do I have a North Face? Why do I have a North Face on?
But now,
and I have another damn sweater
ladies and gentlemen, here we go with wrestling.
All right.
There's a lot of shit going on with wrestling.
All right, yeah, we're starting wrestling. Okay.
But here's the thing with wrestling.
We need to catch up for 3 weeks of shit.
Where do we start? Because there's a lot of crap going on.
3 weeks of shit. That's where we left off. I don't even know where we left off last episode.
Dude, we left off. We didn't even talk about Survivor Series.
You know what's bad?
We didn't even talk about Survivor Series.
Well, we talked about Sting.
That's basically it.
What else really happened in Survivor Series? Besides Sting. That's why we only talked about Sting. But I just realized something.
What?
Fuck, I forgot what I was going to say. Damn.
Okay, so this last...
What was I going to say?
So, okay, while you think about that, these past 3 weeks has just been both the best and at the same time the worst moments in wrestling.
Oh, I got it!
Back to Gabe.
Hold that thought.
Back to Public Gabe.
I just...
Hey, call it Public Gabe.
Wait. Okay, you know it's bad? You know something? You know our podcast is bad when we don't even listen to it. That just hit me now. I was like, I didn't even listen to that last episode. Even you were like, yeah, I don't even listen to them.
No, the only reason I just don't like hearing myself.
People are like, hey, if they don't have to listen to it, we don't have to listen to it.
No, here's the thing. I just don't like hearing myself.
Yeah, I feel like I sound weird. And I feel like I sound weirder now because of my throat.
Like,
Don't even touch that.
Okay.
People have been saying that shit for a week and a half. Look at too much dick. Yeah. No. People, no.
Fuck, see, now I forgot what the fuck I was gonna say. Thanks a lot, fucker.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but I just don't like listening to myself. It's weird.
Yourself chatter?
Yeah. I just feel weird.
Jaw, as my dad says.
I just feel really weird listening to myself.
Jabberjaw.
Like, how much I bet if you listen to yourself, wouldn't you feel weird?
Yes.
Because you listen to yourself from the past. I'm not even getting into it. But
you just time fucked me. I don't know what the hell just happened.
Back to fucking wrestling. Like,
no more time machines, please.
But then again, like, there's good moments in wrestling from these past 3 weeks and bad parts.
Yes.
Super bad parts.
Really bad parts, yes.
Now, let's start with the bad. Because I feel if we start with the good and then from the bad, it's going to sound like, eh.
Yeah.
Let's start from the bad.
And on a good note.
And with a good note. Now, from the bad, there's a lot of shit that's bad.
Yeah,
Let's start with Survivor Series, because there's a couple of stuff that we didn't mention.
When you said bad, you want to know what just popped in my head?
What?
Shitload of matches from TLC.
Yes.
That's what popped in my head.
Let's start with...
That's what popped in my head.
Let's start with Survivor Series, because I feel that
what was the card for Survivor Series?
Because I feel like...
It was so long ago. Let me look on the FWL, official FWL Facebook page and find out.
But yeah, like, there's a couple of stuff that, you know, stand out in that pay-per-view. For example, of course, the main event. It was pretty good. It was great, because it's Ziggler. But the rest was just like, oh, yeah. Ryback wasn't... Okay, Mark Henry was the first one eliminated.
Yeah.
Then it was Ryback.
Oh, look it. We've seen enough.
Oh, yeah, I've saw that.
The movement starts today, anti-Cena army.
Yeah, and then
what?
He won.
Who posted that?
And then he won.
Who posted that?
Oh, yeah, I liked it. I'm the only person that liked it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was the only guy.
Oh, I think that's one of the... That was the former commissioner we had. He comments from the FWO page still. We tried telling him to get out of it and comment from his page, but...
So, excuse me, sir, can you get the fuck out?
Yeah, he hasn't done it yet. Yeah, he's champ this month.
That's good.
But yeah, okay, this is the card for Survivor Series. It was Team Authority with Team Cena, Nikki A.
Okay.
Oh, we gotta talk about that. That's the guest.
I mean, we did talk about
that's
it
the good.
Last time.
No, we're talking about it again.
That was
they had a match. I forgot about that. See?
Oh yeah, it's the same shit as.
Shit, I forgot how this match went.
I mean,
oh yes,
yeah.
Okay.
Ms. Dow is great.
Yeah,
Ms. Dow is God.
And then, oh yeah, you'll be commenting from this for your picks. They'll post the pictures.
Yeah.
And then you'll post the comments like that, and you have to put pin or submission or DQ or whatever you think, because that comes down to like tiebreakers. I'm just sorry, people. I'm putting the rule book out there. That's from the FWO page. But yeah, so that was the card. So let's start off with the bad, and we're gonna go to.
Let's go with Divas. Script. Let's go with Divas.
I don't remember that match at all.
I don't either.
Did Paige win that one? Did her team win that? It was a Survivor Series match. Did her team win?
No,
they didn't. Her whole team got. Yeah, her whole team got eliminated. Yeah, that was so.
Paige was the last one left.
What the hell?
Which I'm proud.
Who did I choose? Yeah, see, look, I chose Paige by pinfall, because that makes sense.
But
what type of shit.
It was the biggest
flop, dude. It was a waste of a match.
I was like, okay, like
Emma was in that match.
Yeah.
Really?
She got fucked up.
She was in that match.
She was the worst from the whole team.
I don't remember that. It's sad that I remember Cameron more than Emma in that match.
Yeah.
Oh, we're getting an Emma action figure. I can't wait.
Oh, yeah,
hopefully her hands are like open, like that. We're getting the Paige figure.
No, which is just be like, up and down. That's it.
Well, like the figure I got today, I got the Eva Marie one.
Well, yeah, the arms that match could have been better.
Yeah.
If it would have been, I mean, of course, you're not gonna compare the Divas with the guys, but I still feel like Divas division has to step up. Because I just feel it's horrible, right? Actually, it is horrible.
The only good thing about the Divas division is NXT, but we'll get to that later. We'll get to that.
That's the only good part.
We'll get to that.
And the only good ones now in the division, like in the main roster, is probably AJ and, in my opinion, Paige.
Yeah.
That's it. Because, yes, AJ's matches are pretty fast.
Just that Paige, the writers have nothing for Paige now, though. That's the thing that sucks. Like, just put her back.
Like, if they put, of course, they put AJ and Paige again, she'll be like, oh, yeah, again, yeah. Like,
yeah.
You know. But, I don't know. Nikki's doing pretty good. Bree's doing
she's doing good. I like Nikki's finisher still. Yeah. That Nikki. She calls it the Nikki back rack attack. That's too long. Just call it the Nikki rack. I call it the Nikki rack. I call it the Nikki rack because it's the back rack just with her name, Nikki rack. That's all.
Just put the back rack.
That's what I call it.
That's it. Just leave it like that.
Because the Nikki back rack attack. That's just too much. That's too much. Stupid. See, that's what. I hate that.
Now, another match that was kind of.
Should we do bad? Should we do bad and good for each pay-per-view? Like good and bad for Survivor Series, and then good and bad for this pay-per-view.
But right now for bad, yeah.
Okay, so
for bad, I mean Survivor Series for bad.
Bad about Survivor Series that the Matadors were still in WWE.
Wait, what did you say?
The bad is that the Matadors are still relevant in the WWE for some reason.
Hey, leave my boys alone.
Hunico and Epico.
They're
put them back as Hunico. I said Hunico. Epico and Primo. I mean, put them back as Epico and Primo, please.
I mean, yeah, please. They were great as that, but then again, they also use it for how's it called? I'm Puerto Rican myself, and I've been there before, and I don't even know.
Was that your phone?
Yeah, that was my phone. I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ, that shook the whole couch.
But.
Shook the whole couch, man. That was crazy. I thought it was like an earthquake. I was like, what the fuck is that?
I always have to shake.
Shake your telephone.
Okay. Now.
Shake your telephone.
Those are my boys. They're great, but the only thing I don't like is just their gimmick.
Yeah.
And the thing is,
they
use the gimmick.
Are good, but just like...
Listen, they use the gimmick there, and they use it in Puerto Rico.
Dude, when they were in Puerto Rico, they took the masks off.
Yeah, I know.
They were like, oh, Epico. They were like, oh, the Matadors won't fight you, but Epico and Primo will. And, like, that just defeats the purpose. And if you go on the network, when it's Epico and Primo being interviewed, they put Fernando and whatever. I don't even know their name. I just know them as the Matadors.
Yeah,
Fernando. It's Fernando or something else.
Same.
Fernando and
And the Bull.
Fernando the Bull. Does he even have a name? Oh, El Torito. El
Torito's just he makes him relevant.
Yeah,
It's like the Miz.
The only reason the Miz
that was making Miz relevant.
Yeah.
That's it.
Because if Miz was winning a tag team with anybody else, it'd be so boring.
In my opinion, one of the best tag teams in the division right now, other than Ascension coming up.
Yeah, the Ascension's debuting.
Goldust and Stardust. They're doing great.
Yeah.
They're amazing. I still think they're killing it. I think they're still better than the Usos. The Usos are great, but...
Usos!
No, fuck you. I'm not saying it.
Say it.
I don't like... Dude, they're getting... Like, yes.
Good job.
Like... No, I didn't say that. You can know by my fucking voice.
What's up? Boom! That's how the entrance goes. More.
So, shut the fuck up. Now... See, now it's just fucking... You always fuck me up. But yeah, like, the Usos, like... Yes, they're good. I'm not gonna lie. They're great. But... At certain times, they get kind of boring.
See, I like the Usos, but they needed...
They're like...
They need new competition. That's why I'm happy the Ascension's coming up.
Exactly. Like, the tag team division's alright. No, actually, no.
What I don't like, though, is that some of the fans were like, oh, make Usos champion. And then when they became champion, they're like, oh, boo, they're champion. Like, I don't get, like, it's like what Brock, people are like, oh, put the belt on Brock. And the same people are like, oh, I hate Brock as champion. Like, you asked for this. Like,
I like Brock.
The fuck? Like,
the only thing I don't like about him is doing part-time. That's it. Because people may, like,
yeah, like, say, I like Brock, but, like...
Yeah, like, people may say, oh, yeah, he's, like, you know, he fucks up people. Because he actually does.
Yeah.
Every time he gets in the ring.
Not like Ryback, though. We'll talk about that.
Oh, man. We'll definitely talk about that. That definitely has to be...
We need a good, like, 20 or 30 minutes just for Punk. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know.
What was... Oh, his dog went...
Okay, then.
What just happened?
I should walk out of the house.
There was I think they're watching a TV show.
They probably are.
That was the weirdest thing I've ever heard. Dude, my dad... I'm getting real off topic, but my dad was like, oh... Your podcast is on YouTube, right? And I was like, yeah. He's like, where can I find it? And I was like, why? And he was like, I want to. And I was like, no.
Oh, no.
And he was like,
no,
why?
He'll find it eventually.
I'm like, no.
He'll find it eventually.
Don't listen to the podcast.
Although, here's the thing. But think about it. You post this on Twitter.
But he doesn't have Twitter, though.
But your mom has a Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, folks. You didn't know about this, but...
My mother has a Twitter and an Instagram.
Now, back to wrestling.
My mom has a Twitter and Instagram. This is
my mom has everything too. Okay, shut up. It's horrible. Parents, please stop trying to be cool. I know. Listen, we love you, but stop.
It's my shit. My shit.
It's our shit.
Well, yes, you were saying.
But
and a new Seth Rollins figure coming out. Just saying, with the shirt.
Oh, great.
That comes off.
They didn't have it back then, right? They're finally doing it.
Yep, finally.
About the time, but.
Well, a new one, an updated look.
But yeah, like. They talk, he talks about, like, certain, like, people, like, having the championship and stuff. Some of them get booed, some of them are like, oh, yeah, stay.
Yeah.
Like, Punk back then, around that time, yes, he was hated because he was heel.
Yeah.
But then again, he was great.
Yeah.
It was like, what, how many days?
The thing is like with Reigns, people are like, oh yeah, Reigns is a face, but then if you listen to the crowd, they're booing and cheering. I'm like, I don't get it.
No, the reason why they booed him and cheered him last time is because, you know what? We should like Survivor Series. That's it. Like, there's good stuff going on, but I think we should go with TLC after that.
Wait. I want to touch one topic about Survivor Series though.
Okay.
That kiss though.
That was amazing.
Brie and AJ.
Listen, I just imagine Punk and Daniel Bryan at that moment.
They're like, hey, it's my bitches.
It's like, yo, we did it.
We did it. Our turn. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my God.
That would be so gross if they did that.
Punk, that would be horrible. See, I understand Daniel Bryan doing it.
Yeah. But I love this picture of Ambrose. It's hilarious.
Ambrose is hilarious.
But, okay, that was it for Survivor Series. TLC.
Now, before we hit TLC, what happened before? Slammies.
Oh, yeah, Slammies.
Now, with the Slammies, there's something that I have to touch.
There's so many Slammies that night.
No, but I had to touch, we have to, talk about Superstar of the Year. I have to talk about this topic because I understand that Reigns is amazing. But I still don't understand why he won it.
Yeah, actually, same here. I'm a giant.
I would even understand if Cena won. I would have hated it, but I would understand if he was.
Like, I get it. I'm a huge. You can ask anybody. I'm the biggest Roman Reigns fan. Like, if I see Roman Reigns, I'm gonna be like, ah!
He's like one of my favorites.
I'm gonna lose my mind.
But I just feel like
fangirl
him.
But like, I get it. Like, he hasn't been here in a long time.
Yeah, he wasn't here for a long time. Yes, he's amazing. Yes, he will probably substitute Cena when he retires, which will probably be 10 more fucking years? We don't even know.
Dude. Oh my God.
But I still don't think. I mean, yes, he works hard. Yes, he does all this stuff. But him being away all this time, I don't think he completely deserves it. Yeah. Because you have Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins has been amazing.
I think he deserves it, but I think it should wait a year.
I mean, if it would have been. I mean, I feel like
next year's Slammy.
Next year would have been
because next year is supposed to be his big year.
Exactly.
So that
it would have been next year. Then I would have said it would have been great.
Honestly, think even though I'm a giant Dean Ambrose fan, I think Seth Rollins should have won.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
He had the biggest year out of anybody on the roster.
Everybody, like he got Money in the Bank. He got. I mean,
Yes, we are recording.
He has one of the best matches ever. Like he has great freaking matches. I mean, look at Hell in a Cell. Yes, he won. By having Bray just beating the crap out of Ambrose, but he won. Same thing, he beat Cena.
Now he's a Paul Heyman guy.
Yeah, he's a Paul Heyman guy now.
But
this is probably one of the best years he's had. Next year, same thing as next year. They're the future for a reason. I still think he would have, even though people would disagree, as his the character and his gimmick and all. If it wasn't for that, he would definitely would have won.
Yeah.
Same thing with Ambrose. This is probably the best year he's had.
Ambrose has had, yeah. That's why I was like, if Ambrose won, I'd be happy.
Yeah.
And if Seth won, I'd be happy. But Reigns, I'm happy about Reigns. I'm a huge big Reigns fan, but I think it should have went to Ambrose or Rollins, honestly.
Definitely. And maybe, you know what, screw it. Maybe even Cena.
Reigns could have got Breakout Star of the Year. I don't know, Dean Ambrose won it.
Dean Ambrose won, yeah.
But Reigns could have got Breakout Star of the Year, and Dean Ambrose could have had Superstar of the Year. Because Rollins won so many awards. He won so many Slammies.
But then again...
He won 4 Slammies.
Then again, the universe are the ones who vote.
Yeah.
But I still feel like...
Supposedly it was rigged. I'm not sure if it's rigged. So there was an article about it, but I didn't even open it.
Supposedly.
Who the fuck just friended me? I don't know you.
Supposedly. But... I mean, some stuff is definitely rigged.
Yeah.
But... If it was rigged, so be it. If it wasn't,
I'm not surprised.
All right.
Yeah, if it's rigged, I wouldn't be surprised.
But
just because it's WWE.
If it wasn't rigged, I'll tell you, just for a universe, what the hell are you thinking? Yes, he's fucking awesome. Yes, he's amazing at what he does. But damn well he didn't do as much as these other superstars.
Yeah.
But not as much as Brock. Fuck Brock. But at that moment, because Brock was only, a few times already? Well, how many times did he appear? 4 times this year?
This year, yeah.
No, not even.
Mania? No, he appeared
five.
He appeared a few times. He appeared 3
times before Mania.
Mm-hmm.
Mania.
And then SummerSlam, 2 or 3 times before SummerSlam.
So approximately, let's say approximately 10 times?
I think 2 times before Night of Champions.
So probably around 7 or 8 times?
Yeah, and then
in 1 year?
And then last night, yeah.
So...
Damn. And we got to deal with this until Mania, too.
Till Mania.
It's crazy.
That's why I can't wait till Mania.
That's when Reigns... Well, I think... I'm making my predictions right now. Prediction time. I think Reigns is beating... Well, obviously, Reigns is beating Lesnar.
And then
I think Seth Rollins is cashing in.
Right there.
He's going to be the first person to cash in at WrestleMania.
Because if I'm not mistaken...
Drop the mic.
Probably like, what, a month or two? Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Goes on again. So he has to do it
2
before.
months. 2 months after. Because there's a month there.
But then again, it's the Paul Heyman guy. One or two things may happen, which he will definitely not turn at that moment because there's no fucking reason to turn.
Yeah.
I just feel like, oh yeah, like at that moment, who knows? He'll probably still be a Paul Heyman guy at that moment, and then while seeing, Paul seeing Brock losing, like you know what? Fuck it. Seth Rollins just comes in, cashes in.
Because what I see happening is Reigns is like tired, like he's beaten like bad. He's like on the rope, like
that's
breathing hard, and he's like sitting like he can barely stand, and you hear the like his theme song, like that would make up for last year's Mania so much.
And he's gonna be resilient just as Cena is, but won't be enough.
The first NXT champion to become WWE champion. That's
what
he'd be.
I can't wait.
I cannot wait, dude. It's just it hasn't sunk in yet that
it doesn't.
Seth Rollins is gonna be champion.
And
whether or not it's
will happen,
or before or after that, it's gonna happen. Just
because of that, it's gonna make probably one of the best fucking feuds
ever.
It's just gonna be good. Great.
I always said the top guys back in like the Ruthless Aggression was obviously, it was like Batista.
Mm-hmm.
The top three.
Yeah,
Batista, Orton, Cena. Top three. The top three this in the reality era.
Yeah.
Ambrose, Reigns, Rollins.
The best ones, yes.
The two faces, of course. The two faces, Batista and Cena, and the top heel Orton.
Yeah.
Two faces, Ambrose and Reigns, top heel Rollins.
Like, yes, you have Cena on the side, but I wouldn't count Cena because this is always going to fucking happen. So I wouldn't count him anymore because it's going to happen. Yes, it would be great to have Cena as a heel, but that's not fucking happening.
So let's talk about the bad and the good from
TLC.
TLC, all right.
Let's start with the bad.
Yes. Where to start? New Day match was alright.
No, I feel... Listen, New Day...
It's a good gimmick, but
it's a good gimmick, but...
I don't think it's really setting in with the crowd yet.
I feel like it's going to be like Fandango.
Mm-hmm. It's going to take a while.
Yes, at first it's great, but then as time passes by, it's like, these guys...
But like right now, it's going to be... Like right now, the crowd's kind of like, about it. It's kind of like on like the rocks right now.
It's kind of sucks.
I'm okay with it. I don't really mind it, but...
I mean, I don't know.
Even Brian said he doesn't mind it.
I mean, I don't know. It's just the gimmick is good, but not at this moment.
Yeah, I'll give it.
If they would have done it before,
the only part that's really entertaining about it is Kofi, which is always Kofi. Kofi's always entertaining.
Biggie.
I can't wait to Rumble to see if he does that Rumble,
dude. That's
if he does something again.
The way I see it, the New Day are gonna help each other. That's definitely gonna happen. So probably if you see Biggie eliminated. Probably you're gonna see Kofi right on Big E.
Big E's gonna like catch him or something.
It's gonna happen like probably like 6 or 7 times. But
let's go. What else is bad?
The New Day, I just can't seem to like them for some odd reason. Like I can try, but it's just like the gimmick is great, but I just feel like they have to do something to elevate themselves. Like
like kill somebody.
Same thing like Stardust. Once it came out, everybody was like, "Holy crap!" And then won the championship and stuff.
I said, like kill somebody.
No, not kill.
Punch their wife or something.
They're the New Day for a reason. They're not just gonna kill people.
Out of happiness. If they're not happy, they kill them. They could be like a cult. Like I said, like I predicted with Adam Rose, which isn't gonna happen, but I'll be cool.
No.
Imagine them as a cult type group.
Yes, I'm like changing subject, but with
Rose. When don't we change subject on this?
For Rose, on the other hand, they just missed the opportunity.
Jimmy Jacobs was on Raw.
Awesome. Anyway, bad of TLC. That match with the New Day was pretty good. Not gonna lie, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it was good.
Now,
but
Kane
it wasn't like
versus Ryback.
Oh god,
that was the most painful thing to watch. It was like watching Goldberg back then.
Dude, when he started, just look at Kane's face. He's like, "What am I doing here?"
Exactly.
In this matchup picture, Ryback's like, "Yeah, Kane."
The way I see it, it felt like watching Goldberg when he started. Like, when Goldberg had, his long matches. It felt like
watching that Goldberg-Brock Lesnar match at WrestleMania was just... I didn't like that.
Exactly, yeah. But it was just like... Ryback still has a lot to go. Like, he still has a lot to put on the table. And he has to do it as fast as possible. and actually, practice more because he has a limited set of moves.
Yeah.
Not unlike, yes, he's big and stuff, but look at Cena. He's fucking huge and he doesn't care. Freaking Big Show. He does stuff.
One thing that was during that match was when he was at the top rope and he jumped and Kane put the chair up.
That's it. Yeah.
That chair went in 15 different ways. Holy shit, how does that even happen?
That's probably the only good part. Because the rest was just, Kane did not want to be there because you could have seen him in his face.
He did not.
He did not want to work that night. I mean, probably, he probably didn't.
Who's on
But Ryback is not good with, getting in matches for a long time. He's not that good because he has a limited moveset.
Yeah.
Which really sucks to be him.
Yeah.
It's like I said, it's like Goldberg when he started.
His moveset's walk, kick somebody in the stomach really hard and make them leave WWE.
And then fucking...
drop them onto the ground. I wonder who.
That's related.
But
that match was a disaster.
Yeah, I didn't like that match. Next was Big Show and
that was
okay.
Good. That felt more like just watching Raw.
Yeah.
It was great.
I liked it. It was new. Chairs.
Yeah. It was something new, which is
stairs,
good.
Yeah, stairs. It was new.
Who knows? Maybe they'll put that back years later.
Brie and AJ was alright.
I mean,
Sandow and the Usos was kind of rushed. Sandow was funny during the match though.
Like always.
It was hilarious.
Rusev and
Swagger. That was I knew who was gonna win that.
Everybody knew.
He's passed out twice to that. How many times are you gonna do that spot?
Now, Luke Harper and Dolph Ziggler.
Ooh, wait, we're gonna get to that last because that was amazing.
That one's great.
Cena Rollins was alright.
I mean, it was pretty good. Match. Yeah, it was pretty.
It had some cool spots in it.
The just seeing both of them basically got eliminated at the same time.
That spot where he jumped over the table.
Yeah,
over Cena and did that backflip kick. Awesome. That was amazing.
That's why he's the future of WWE.
Yeah,
he's one. I'll say one because we all know it's just one of them. He's gonna be the new Randy Orton. Let's just say it right now. Now
down to the two best matches of the night. We're gonna do Dean Ambrose's match first.
Yeah, because I feel the other match was a lot better.
It was the match of the night. Yeah,
it was fucking insane.
Yeah, Ambrose and Bray had a great match. It was second best match of the night.
Yeah, it was pretty good because they had really good ideas to play around with.
Yeah,
that
TV was crazy.
The TV was crazy. Just seeing that spark, I was like,
are you okay?
I was like,
I got so scared. I was like, no.
I was like,
he's gonna be on SmackDown tonight.
Yeah, I was like, wait, I understand the storylines and some stuff is rigged, but what just happened?
Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, that was the first time. That was the first time I didn't know what was real and what was fake. I was like,
I was kind of skeptical.
It was funny because on the Fallout, I told you about the Fallout.
I saw it too.
Beating up the TV, started kicking the TV.
And here's the funny part. I saw a
dude, that was the shortest Fallout. Fallout was 5 minutes long, and they're like,
because
see ya.
It's just
holy shit.
The match, the final match, just it took so long to finish.
It was good though.
It was great. Which was that one. And then just the way the way they used the weapons, amazing.
Awesome. Dude, I love when
Ambrose
went through the table, the elbow up to the table.
How many times did he do that?
3 or 4. And he kissed the.
That was funny. He just pushed Bray. Pushed him away,
and then Bray pushed him, and he died. Yeah, Bray headbutted him, and he started punching him.
That was the funnest shit ever.
I was expecting him to keep fighting, but he just lay there after I was like, what the hell just happened?
I was like, Bray,
that was perfect.
Was it either a joke between them two and backstage?
Yeah.
That's if you try to kiss me, I'll fucking kiss you back.
Yeah. He kissed him and bam, headbutted him. It was hilarious.
Was amazing.
Hey, Mom. Yeah, we're still recording. Want to say hi? Hi. That was creepy.
Now, best match of the night. By far.
Dolph Ziggler.
Which is kind of funny.
Which is the first match. That was weird.
And it was for Intercontinental Championship. Again, best match of the night.
That was amazing.
By far. And it's the first, it's the first match.
That match was this pay-per-view is going to be
so... In my opinion, that felt like the main event.
I saw the match and I was like, this pay-per-view, every match is going to be amazing. And so,
It kind of...
Besides Ambrose's match and Cena's match was the other...
Now,
second best.
There was so much blood in that freaking match.
Oh, man. Dolph's head, Rowan's arms, his head, and awesome.
Man, all you saw was blood. Awesome. Oh, I got hit again. Blood.
It was crazy that when he hit the ladder like this, like his arm hit. They can't see me.
Dude, like the arm got see me. The arm got bent.
Yeah, and like
bent in a way that's not supposed to happen.
That's where he got. But when he hit the ladder,
yeah,
the blood was on the ladder when he was landing. Like I was like, oh, blood.
Yeah, but I don't know.
But when he fell on the ladder, his arm was caught.
Landed.
Oh, I felt that. I was like,
I'm surprised.
Ow.
I mean, if you saw him in the match, you saw him like holding his hand, like arm, all the damn time.
Yeah,
just to make sure.
And I thought he broke his arm for a second. I was like, oh, that must hurt.
It felt like just going back to like early 2000s.
Yeah.
Like
I was like,
that was, and Luke Harper seems to be like this big guy that it's like he goes back to like, back to like the wrestling from before.
Yeah.
Which makes it kind of cool, because he's somewhat like modern, but then again,
old school,
which is fucking awesome.
It was funny watching him and Ambrose fight a few weeks ago on Raw, because they basically wear the same thing. They wear t-shirt, jeans, and
except
boots.
You had a guy that was taller. That's it.
And a bigger beard and long hair. But
which is great. But
I try to catch up on that real quick. But
that match was just speechless. I was speechless. I wasn't expecting the first match to be that freaking good. I was expecting like, oh, something's gonna happen. Then probably Ziggler was gonna win.
Yeah.
But
what I'm doing,
I thought it was faster and less violent.
Yeah.
Because most of the time, like the first match is like, oh yeah, but back to like people talking about stepping up to NXT and stuff. Those two definitely did it. The rest, I'm not so sure about it.
Yeah. You see, I'm saving NXT till next episode because we have like a time limit. So
NXT is definitely
because you gotta go in a little bit.
I mean, it's like a half hour.
Yeah. But we also gotta talk about Punk and
exactly. Oh,
UFC.
Punk.
That's what I'm saying. So I might be saving NXT till next week.
No.
So UFC, we're talking about NXT next week. And for any wrestling fans,
I mean,
we'll review NXT.
I kind of want to talk about UFC real quick.
Okay.
But just the Punk situation.
Yeah, me too.
Now, everybody fucking knows.
Yeah, everybody. My girlfriend texted me.
Punk blew up the internet. Let's start.
But wait, no, like my girlfriend texted me and she was like,
even she knew.
She was like, oh, you heard about CM Punk? And I was like, yeah. She doesn't even watch wrestling. She was like, oh. And I was like, yeah. And she's like, oh.
Yeah, I had people that doesn't even watch it.
How do you know? Like it just happened like 5 minutes ago.
Same thing. Like
I was tweeting about it as she asked me.
No, and like our friend Brian, like at that moment, he watched. I made him watch wrestling a couple of times, but it wasn't
because we were trying to catch
him. Wasn't into it
because he stopped watching, and then we're trying to catch him.
Now he's into it again, but he was like, "Wait, Punk went to UFC?" I said, "Yeah, it happened. I was watching it right there. I was screaming like a bitch."
We were like, "Ah!"
Everybody in Hooters was just like,
"Actually, I'm posting this week. I'm posting Hooters Uncensored number 2.
Number 2
with the. Great. It's gonna be shorter, but it's the Punk." It's going to be we're
screaming.
It will be like, oh, no, because actually, if you listen to the one...
No, we talked about Punk
if you listen to the one that I posted, you say, oh, it would be kind of cool seeing Punk in UFC. If you listen...
I jinxed it.
Listen to it. It says right in the beginning, it says, oh, yeah, it would be kind of cool seeing Punk in UFC. And then we start talking about something, but then I brought you off topic, and I started talking about something else.
Here's the funny part.
I started talking about, like, Chuck Liddell punching people in his town.
That's the funny part.
And we started talking about
that week. Throughout all that week and the week before, so much stuff happened with Punk that I said that as a joke, and it came out to be true.
Like an hour later. But this one's gonna be like because it's funny because like on the podcast like they'll hear it, but it was like us like talking like oh cool, and I hear you in the pod, you hear it.
Oh cool, it's Punk.
And listen, you say hey my boy, and then it quiet. And then like the recording ends because I got a call.
Oh, and it continues.
And then after that. The next one is just going, oh my god, no!
Now,
it goes right to that.
Stop right there. That's gonna be for next week, so people can hear it. Or
it's during the week, yeah.
Around this week, people will care about that because we don't want to spoil what the hell we did or what we said.
Yeah.
Now, let's go back to Cole Cabana's podcast.
Okay, yeah, a couple weeks ago.
Because Cole Cabana, I'm saying right now.
A lot.
Yes, our podcast. Yeah, yes, we have a podcast. Yes, we have competition.
We have a podcast?
But
that's so sweet, man.
But Cole Cabana's podcast is just... I'll say it right now, and I hate to say this, but it's definitely better than ours.
Yeah.
Because he has sponsorship and shit, which we don't.
Yeah.
Which we should do that. But his, that... I mean, I wouldn't even call it, like, when Punk was there, I wouldn't even call it a podcast. I would just call him, like, Punk's Rants.
Shoot an interview.
Yeah.
He said he didn't want to do shoot an interview.
But it happened.
Cole Cabana's podcast is cool because you get like all these indie guys that are just like you want to hear the story. I remember Ambrose was on a few times.
Yeah, it was.
Adrian Neville was on it back before he got signed. When he was under the name Pac, he was on it. I listened to that one. It was awesome. Listen to that one. It was cool. I was like, oh, this guy Pac's cool. And then after I got signed, I was like, ah!
But here's the funny part.
It's Pac!
But here's the funny part. Like, the first time when Punk was there, it was just rants. It was just a rant about it. Yeah. It was like an interview.
His first time ever on the podcast was like 2010. It was funny. Yeah. It was just like it was cool seeing them as friends. And like throughout, he had like sporadic like pop-ups. Like you would hear him in the background and say like, hey, shut up, like that, like just joking around. Or I remember when he had a podcast with Lita and Punk's there and Punk just joined in on it. Like, oh, hey, what's up, guys? And he just starts talking in it.
I imagine just the people listening to it was like, oh, shit.
In the 100th episode, it was Colt Cabana's podcast starring CM Punk interviewing Colt Cabana. It was like they switched it up. So it was Punk interviewing Colt Cabana. It was cool. Listen, it was the 100th episode. It was really good.
But, like his podcasts are mostly like,
stories and wrestling
exactly, like stories
personal
and stuff.
Stories and good and bad.
And that podcast anywhere that Punk goes, he just breaks the internet.
Yeah. Found out he was going on a podcast, people were like, Colt Cabana's podcast.
It's like, everybody.
And that week he kind of
Let's be honest, Colt has to be happy as fuck.
Yeah.
Because more people listen to it. Partially because of that. Yeah. Some people stopped just because of that. But.
See, look, I want to get this out the way. Okay.
But Punk at that moment, like. There's certain stuff that I understand him talking about. But then again, there's just certain stuff that he shouldn't have said.
Yeah. He doesn't care.
But, I mean, same like us when we were shit.
Yeah.
But. That was a great way for him to, like, tell everybody what happened.
See, this is what I want to say. I want to get this out the way. It was a week after he left, and they announced Punk walked out. Yeah. Me and my brother were like, that's stupid. Like, we were the people that were like, oh, we're the reason why he's a star. Like, and then we were like, we deserve an apology. Like, not an apology, but like,
an explanation.
Why. Me and my brother were like, all right.
And I was part of that too.
Yeah, me and my brother were like, all right, we're not going to wear a shirt. We're not going to chant for him. We're not going to support him until we get one. Like, we understand that. Like,
at least until we get a reason why.
Yeah, that's all we wanted. We never were the guys like, oh, we are the reason why you live in your house. We were never those guys.
No, and there's no reason.
We were just like, we weren't even really like, we deserve it. We were never like, we deserve it. Yeah. We were kind of just like...
We just want to find out. We want to find out.
We want to know what's going on. Like,
because
he totally went rogue. See what I did there? He totally went like rogue on Twitter, and we were kind of just like, oh, he's not going to explain it to anybody. So we're like, all right, we're not going to...
He blocked a lot of people on Twitter.
Yeah, he did.
Fuck a lot of people.
Yeah.
Probably more than half.
Because they all call him quieters.
Yeah.
But we're kind of just like, all right, we're still fans of him. I never put out a thing saying that, and I was like, thank you, Punk, for everything, but we need to know a reason why,
I mean, everybody wanted...
Obviously, he didn't see it,
but again, the reason why he didn't say anything was because he wanted to take out the legal,
Yeah, we didn't know that until now, so me and my brother were kind of just like, all right, that's what we wanted. We wanted an explanation. We got an explanation.
But here's the good thing. Here's the good thing that Punk did. Yes, people were waiting for that, but he wanted to talk about it after... he was done with the lawsuits and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because he felt if he said something, it was going to go against him, it was going to fuck him over.
Yeah.
Which is probably the smartest thing he did. In that podcast, the best, it was good that he explained everything. Because he did. He explained ever since the pipe bomb.
Yeah.
Ever since 2011? Was it? Ever since 2011, he talked from there.
Colt Cabana actually talked about... He actually got asked where he was when he said, oh, hey, Colt Cabana, how you doing? Yeah. He said it was like a day after, and he was sitting at a restaurant. They're like, hey, did you hear CM Punk shout you out? He was like, no.
No.
And he
just watched it.
Then he watched it, he was like, hey, that's me. He said my name.
Oh, what? He's like, oh, shit. What the fuck he just doing?
Like, hey, that's my name.
But he describes everything that happened. And
now we kind of feel for him. It kind of makes you think twice about WWE.
It does. It really yes, of course I'm still going to watch it. But
did you realize on Raw there was another doc outside?
Yeah.
They got the black hair. And at TLC, like, dude, fans were giving him shit for Z-Packs. They were giving him so much shit for that.
I mean, as Doctor, why? I'm not even going to talk about the Doctor because I'll have like a rant just like the Ferguson one. And I don't want to start that.
But I might have a rant building up about Ferguson next week.
Oh, that's going to be great. That's for next week. But back to Punk, there's a good amount of stuff that Punk was definitely right. And it makes you think, like, imagine these other superstars from before when they left. Punk has good reasons why he left.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. People are calling him like, oh yeah, you're selfish because you want to be like the top star. I'm like, but you got to think about it. He's this guy.
He even said it like
that has so many fans and so much, you know, like he's attraction. He's like basically the opposite of Cena, but he still like attracts people. Yeah. Use him wisely.
He even said that like he would when they're like, oh, you got to lose to him, and they're like, he was like, all right, cool, but I'm gonna make it a good lose, like a good loss. And they're like, oh no,
he's not gonna make it. Yeah. He pulled out of Steve Austin. He pulled out of Stone Cold.
Like he doesn't care about losing. He doesn't care if he has to build up other guys.
He just wants to do it.
He loves doing it, but it's just
he likes doing it in a way that seems reasonable.
Yeah. Like he said about the Shield, remember? He's
exactly.
Like, oh, you gotta make them look good, but you're winning. And he was like, that's stupid. How about I make them look good by having them win? Like that's so. I even said that. Like
it's not realistic to have him, you know, be a faction that is.
Which is why I think that match ended with DQ. I think they attacked Punk.
Yeah.
I think that's how it ended. If I'm thinking of the right one.
It was the best.
So
way
he still made them look strong, and he still won technically. He won by DQ.
Which was kind of the best way.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah.
But even if you know. You're not just going to have Punk eliminating every single one of them. It doesn't make sense. It wouldn't make sense. Like, a person beating 3 guys, which are at that moment still the top stars at that moment. You can't just do that. It's like saying, oh, you're, I don't know, R-Truth, and then you have this top stars against him, and then he seems to, like, beat him. It doesn't work that way.
R-Truth makes me laugh.
It doesn't work that way.
He should be part of New Day. Me and my brother were saying yesterday that we were saying that we were actually saying who would be a really good fit with New Day, but not really R-Truth, but Booker T. He'd be a good manager. Like when they're in the ring, have Booker T out there doing the
I'm surprised,
like doing the chants and all that.
I'm surprised
that'll be cool. We said that would be really cool.
But they didn't do it.
What the fuck happened on my YouTube?
But then again, I mean, Punk has reasonable, you know, has really good reasons why he left. Now, the most fucked up shit about all this is, at that moment, I mean, he still had, I wouldn't say hatred, but he didn't have the, you know, he wasn't feeling the same way about wrestling, and just having, you know, WWE
he wasn't enjoying
fire him right on his wedding, fucked everything up. Yeah. That made him hate it, because, let's be honest, let's say, you have a job, you have your dream job, right?
Professional wrestler.
Exactly. Let's say you're that person, and then you're working, you're gonna get married, you know, you have problems with the company, and they just fire you right the day that you're gonna get married.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
That's fucked up, and I don't blame him.
My brother made a meme. Did you see his meme about Roman Reigns?
Yeah, I did.
It said it was him at his wedding, and then that's when he was on Raw. He was on Raw the Monday after. He's like, so hey, you still coming to work Monday? It was Vince on the phone. Hey, you still coming to work Monday? That's funny.
You know. It was messed up. It was the stupidest thing that... I mean, it could have been fine if you did it after or before. Not that day. Like, you did it on purpose.
Yeah.
Like Punk said. You know, when McMahon, you know, in Steve Austin's show, why... You know, he did on Public. And then on the second podcast of Colt Cabana's podcast, when Punk was answering questions, he said it himself. You're full of shit. Yeah. You just did this so people can, you know, in public, so people can see. Oh, you know, he was like, oh, you have my number, you have my address. Come to my house. You could have done it personally.
Apologize to me like a man.
You know, and same thing, you know, with Triple H. Like, it's just stupid. But
it was all made up for 3 weeks ago on Saturday night, UFC 181. This is what happened. We were there at Hooters with Nate.
It was a great pay-per-view.
And we look at the TV and we're like, oh, cool, Punk's there, you know, cool special guest. And then it says, the UFC signs Phil CM Punk Brooks to deal. We were like, during that whole time frame that was gone from what we recorded, dude, was us like, oh my god. And it was me. The reason why I ended is because I was calling people left and right, like, I was on Twitter tweeting.
Really called you right at that moment.
Yeah, I called my brother. I was like, guess what? He was like, what? And I was like, CM Punk's part of UFC. He was like, no fucking way. And then yes. He was like, oh my god.
I remember I put that on Facebook, and people, you know, wrestling fans, you know, some of them were friends, some people I know, they were like, no way, you're lying. I'm like, right, search it up. They searched it up, and they felt the same way about us.
Yeah.
The same way we did. About, you know, and then you got to think about it. Punk going to UFC, it's not the brightest idea, but then again, somewhat good. And I respect Dana White for having the decision to have Punk,
taking a risk.
You know, taking a risk, because Dana White's taking a huge risk. having Punk there.
It's not like Punk hasn't been trained before, too. He's been training nonstop every day for the past, 4 years.
I mean...
3 or 4 years.
Actually, no. It's not nonstop. Surprisingly, he hasn't. He's been going on and off with jiu-jitsu. He's not at a good level. Now he's probably going to be great. But he has to work his ass off because there's a good amount of people that want to beat the crap out of him just because he came out from WWE.
Yeah.
That's it.
The thing is, me and my brother said the same thing.
Because you got to think about it.
My brother said this. He was like, oh, when Brock joined, they were like, oh, Brock's not going to do it. He's a fake wrestler. And look what the fuck Brock did. He took over.
He took over and won.
But that moment... Bobby Lashley. Oh, look, fake wrestler.
No, Bobby Lashley's doing great.
No, as I say, Bobby Lashley won't go anywhere.
Compared to Brock.
Look at him now. He's champ. What is
compared
it?
to Brock,
right?
Yeah. Compared to Brock, I still feel Bobby Lashley's better. 1,000 times better.
Yeah,
he's great. He's doing amazing. Congrats to him. Even though I do not like TNA,
I have faith in Punk.
He's doing great. I have faith in Punk.
Fuck TNA.
If he loses,
I just had to throw that in.
If he loses or wins, so be it. But I'll tell you right now, if you see Punk losing the first fight, that's not the last of Punk. You're definitely gonna see him more. For those people who hate him.
His first fight.
Yeah, exactly.
People are like, oh, look, told you, and then, he just dominated after that.
You have to learn from your mistakes.
Yeah, it's your first fight. You don't know what you're getting
into. If you win the first fight, oh, great.
It's like
if you lose, it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you don't know what you're going into.
Same thing.
The second one, you're like, all right, I know what to expect.
There's a good amount of UFC fighters that they debut, and they lose in the first debut.
Exactly.
Then, probably months later,
you don't know what you're getting into.
They win, they keep going and going and going on and on and on until they get used to it, and they become champions. It's just... But at this moment... I understand those who want to fight Punk. What?
You know how they do the promos before they interview him?
Oh man, I want to.
Those would be amazing.
No, it's just imagine the news conferences.
Yeah.
And it depends who he has.
I want to see the straight edge, the drug free.
Whoever is gonna go against him, one or two things could happen. If that person wins, he's either gonna still look weak or strong against Punk. Because you got to remember, Punk. It's just starting with MMA, full on MMA.
Yeah.
So if the other person beats him, yes, you're gonna get popular, but you're gonna have these other UFC fighters but you beat Punk.
You beat CM Punk.
So
he's not Chuck Liddell.
Exactly. It's not
Anderson Silva.
Good potential.
So but then again, anybody can beat Anderson Silva. Just turn his leg a little bit the wrong way.
A little bit the wrong way, and you'll be fine. You'll beat Anderson Silva.
Turn back the rubber again.
Oh man. Now
back.
He's coming back, by the way.
What is it? 183, right?
Yeah. He's coming back February. It's going to be great. Now, Punk, another thing is, most people know Nate Diaz. And a lot of people probably heard of Nate Diaz. And let's say he's the Punk of UFC.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's definitely the most controversial person. And here's the funny thing about it. Last Saturday, he had a match, and he lost it. After all this build-up, he loses.
Wait, last Saturday?
Yes. It was UFC on Fox.
Oh, I was like, dude, wait, we had a pay-per-view last night?
No, it was just UFC on
Fox. Holy crap.
Most of them, I don't watch most of them, but after they're done, I watch certain ones that catch my attention. And Nate Diaz just gets fucked up bad. Against Rafael dos Anjos, some shit like that. But after all this build-up, you have Nate Diaz losing. And freaking Dana White, of course he's going to get pissed off. Because he built him up to this moment, and he gave him a good amount of money, and you still lose.
Yeah.
In the contract. How can you do this to him? And then on top of that, you bitch about the Reebok, thing that's going on right now, which is another thing I'll probably talk about next week. And then...
Look at us planning shit.
Another thing
We're getting up there.
And on top of that, you're bitching about Punk. Now, I don't feel like you should start bitching about Punk.
Punk could be the first person.
I don't feel Nate Diaz should bitch about him, because you bitch about him and then you lose.
Yeah.
After all this build up, you just lose. Yes, you lose against a guy that's amazing in the octagon, but you still fucking lost. And I feel like you shut the fuck up and continue, and and keep going. No, because
Nate Diaz is like, hey, fuck this Rogue Rivera guy.
Here's the thing.
Kick his ass.
Here's the thing. He's all talk.
He talks the talk, but he doesn't walk the walk.
So
said that in one of my FWL promos because who I was feuding with said that about me.
But This is just, and people who are just talking crap about Punk, I mean, I understand, but you shouldn't at this moment because nobody knows how Punk is in the octagon. He's the first time.
Yeah.
We've never seen him in the octagon. We haven't even seen him try to do jiu-jitsu. Nobody has seen him. So, shut the fuck up. Either we have to wait till he gets in the octagon so you can talk crap. Then you can talk crap there.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, don't talk crap now because he hasn't even fought in the octagon
I have
yet.
faith in him.
And me too. If he loses the first fight, all right.
Hashtag
I don't care.
Believe in Punk.
Exactly. And a good thing I heard about today was that, of course, Robbie Lawler, the new welterweight champion,
Mm-hmm.
he talks about that Punk should go to his camp.
Yeah, really?
Yeah. If himself, Robbie Lawler was like, I mean, I don't think he's much of a fan, but he sees potential. And he said himself, if he really wants to prove that he's good and all this stuff and prove people wrong, come to my camp. That's all he said. And I believe that's probably one of the best things that Punk should do.
Yeah.
Because, you have a champion in that camp now. Probably him and a few former champs. That's probably the best thing he could do. But I still feel he's gonna work with the Gracie family for at least for a good amount of time, and then he's probably going with a different camp. But the best way he could go is with Robbie Lawler's camp.
Yeah.
Because Robbie Lawler has been in MMA for a while, for a good amount of time, and he has really has a lot of experience, and that'll be great for Punk. Because that's all he needs. He needs somebody to help him.
Understand what he's getting himself into.
Because here's the thing, you see these camps, because there's a lot of camps that will probably not want him.
Just because he's
from
pro wrestling.
Exactly.
The pro wrestling world of wrestling.
Either has these camps that do not want him, and then you have these camps that want him because with Punk, they'll make a name for themselves. Which some of them already have. They just want more popularity.
Yeah.
But
Stooges.
But I feel Punk would do fine. At least, he'll lose. I still feel he'll lose a couple of times. But everybody loses, anyways. But we just gotta wait and see till he gets in the octagon.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of him for doing that because you need some fucking balls to do that.
Yeah.
Just going straight ahead. Like, probably he would have started from the bottom.
Now he's here.
Now he's just not even start from the bottom. He's just here, go to UFC. That's it.
And I think that's why some of them are pissed off.
And that's why people are pissed off about him. Like he just got. He said himself, unquote, I just got lucky because of my name. That's it. Because if not, it would have started 0-0 from regionals. It would have started going around places and MMA and stuff. That's it.
Yeah. And
I feel that, which a lot of people are talking about, is if MMA was bigger back then, around late 90s, as much as it is now, probably a good amount of wrestlers that are now in WWE or TNA or whatever would have gone to UFC.
What's a TNA?
What is TNA? It's not a competition anymore. It's never been our competition. Where'd it go, McMahon?
Now UFC.
Now it's UFC. Which
he didn't want.
I definitely want to talk about this because why... Actually, I do understand why he would, McMahon would say, that's your competition. Now I would definitely understand.
Because I remember Punk was it's not competition. It's two completely different things, but now it's
But now I feel...
Punk made a competition just for going there.
Yeah, exactly. Punk made it look like a competition now.
Yeah.
Because... Hell, it's everything that happened with Punk, and then... Which is kind of funny, because the way I feel...
funny?
What?
Both of the Paul Heyman guys are UFC fighters.
Which is great for Paul.
CM Punk. He loves UFC.
But here's the way I see it. Paul is still a free agent. Is he?
No.
No?
He signed to a contract.
That's going to fuck him up. Because last time, if you remember back when he was still with Punk. Not with Punk. With Brock. I remember when Brock went to UFC. Paul Heyman went a few times. Which, at that time, he wasn't with WWE at the moment.
Well, AJ went to the UFC fight.
No, yeah, no. But she wasn't,
Maybe walk him down to the octagon.
Exactly.
Oh, that would be so sick. He holds the belt for him when he wins the title. That would be so sick. I am the advocate at the end of the fights.
But Paul Heyman went to a couple of fights, and he was with them because they're good friends. Surprisingly, they work together a lot.
Yeah.
And it would have been great if Paul could have done that with Punk, but it's not gonna happen. And that's probably one of the reasons why, you have to understand like the certain characters and stuff in WWE. But Paul Heyman is this person that if he believes in you, he'll go for you. Like he'll like help you, even if you're in anything, in any type of thing. He helped Brock in UFC. Well, he wasn't with WWE, but he helped Brock and supported Brock.
Yeah.
And then now he's back in WWE. And I think he would have done the same thing for Punk if it wasn't on contract. But, I don't know. Paul talked about it a few times on Twitter. It was like
Heyman Hustle.
At Heyman Hustle, Doc. The Heyman Hustle, that's it. He has a site too. He's a collaboration with somebody else. I forgot what it's called.
The Heyman Hustle show. That's the show.
No, yeah, he has a show, but he has like... Anyways, but...
Whatever.
That's for later, but... Again, Punk will fuck up. I know he will fuck up, but he'll get back up and shut everybody up. Because it's going to happen.
Because he's straight edge and he's better than you.
Yeah.
I missed that. But, episode 8, buddy.
Punk
ends episode 8.
Just Punk. Punk's amazing. Just because... another thing about Punk. Did you know? Supposedly he's writing this sports... I don't know. There's this comic, DC Comics. He's actually writing this story for a certain DC comic that's sports related.
Really?
Which I don't have any details right now.
How's he writing for DC and Marvel?
I don't know. It is weird.
Dun, dun, dun.
Competition.
Everybody wants him.
Everybody wants Punk.
I want him on the podcast.
Let's be honest.
Punk, come on our podcast.
No.
What if he hears this?
Hey, that'll be great.
Come on our podcast.
But then again, you have a lot of people talking crap, so he probably won't even listen to this.
Hey, we're not talking crap.
No, we're not.
But I wouldn't even talk about wrestling. I talk about comic books and UFC because he talked about his wrestling thing. I'm done with that.
Yeah.
On to new things, bigger and better things.
Again,
come on our podcast.
I hope.
Right now.
I hope he does fine. I believe in him, but I just hope he doesn't fuck up. Because there's a good amount of people that start, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this, and then later on it's like, fuck this, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Then they don't have a job, and then
he doesn't care about money anyway.
He doesn't care.
He could not make it and be like, all right.
I mean, isn't he? He got a settlement for the game.
Yeah, he got so much money from the fucking game.
Like he said it, he got money.
So much money from the game.
Like didn't say how much, but I know damn well he got
a lot of money from the game.
Which WWE fucked up and 2K fucked up too.
Yeah, they made him a big ass part of it and they couldn't take it out. The whole 2K showcase, the whole first part is Punk. That's all it is. The whole 2K showcase is CM Punk. It's funny. Insane.
That's the way. You know how McMahon says, Bret Hart screwed Bret Hart.
Yeah. Vince screwed Vince.
Vince screwed Vince.
Damn it, Vince.
Because I don't see Punk screwing himself up.
Yeah.
He did the right thing.
Good.
The best thing he did was leave.
Doing good
to
shit
be
for
honest.
himself.
I mean, he was a great performer, but this is probably the best thing he did. Because he crossed over, and it's just great. He broke the internet actually 3 times. Because the second podcast for Pro Cabana, when with Punk, did a good effect too. Like both of them. Because the first one was him.
The second one broke his email.
Yeah, like the first one, I wouldn't say he was talking crap, but he was discussing what was going on. And then the second one, when he heard Vince McMahon, then he talked crap.
Yeah.
And that broke the internet again. And then UFC, him being in UFC, that definitely broke the entire internet. It broke everybody's emails, broke everything. But, just Punk. Punk is amazing.
And on Punk's note, that'll be
it.
For episode 8. And 9, we're going to talk about even more things.
And we'll probably even talk about Punk again. Because here's the thing.
There's a lot of shit to talk about.
Because there's so much news with Punk in the UFC that
it takes 2 episodes of an hour and a half podcast.
No, it's not just that. Like, every week, you're going to hear something about Punk in UFC. There's always going to be that person that wants to fight him. Like, Green Power Ranger.
Yeah.
He wants to fight him. It's not going to happen. Chill the fuck out, dude. It's not going to happen. Oh, it'll be cool. But it's not going to happen. It'll just feel like WWE.
Yeah.
Because you have a Power Ranger against WWE Superstar.
Ranger.
Former
This is weird saying that, a Power Ranger versus CM Punk. This is weird to hear.
Exactly. Like, if that... I hope it doesn't happen, but it does happen. Dana's not going to allow it anyways. Because it'll just feel so weird.
Dana's going to be like, fuck you.
But Dana White is kind of smart. putting Punk, but then again, stupid. Because, again, Punk doesn't have as much experience. But then again, he brings a huge amount of the WWE Universe to UFC. Because people that hate him and love him want to watch him either win or fail. Mm-hmm. That's it.
Either way, bringing attention to UFC.
I still feel he's going to lose his first match.
Yeah, I think so.
If he'll probably prove me wrong. Probably. But if he loses, fuck it. I don't give a crap. You still went for it. I hope he does awesome. I hope he doesn't do a Batista. I hope he doesn't pull a Batista. Because Batista sucked. When he started MMA, he was horrible. It was the Gracie family too, but he was bad. He lost his first fight. He lost all his fights. He won. No, he won a couple. By decision. Yeah, and he was wrestling all the damn time. That's all he did. I didn't see any submission. I didn't see him try and knock out.
Really?
It's just all wrestling on the ground. Ground and pound, that's it.
Oh, Dave.
But, hey, he's doing great in films.
Hollywood.
Yeah, it'll be cool seeing Punk in Hollywood. But it won't
Ambrose is in Hollywood, so might as well.
Yeah, but, I mean, everything I say, like this happens. If it does happen, great. If it doesn't, I don't give a crap still.
Watch tomorrow. CM Punk announced for a new movie.
CM Punk didn't
call it.
Wait, but wasn't he supposed to appear in one of the movies?
The WWE movie, yeah. But he was like, no, this movie sucks. And then they had Orton in it.
No, but there's a different movie that he...
But yeah, he wanted to do, and they were like, oh yeah, we went with our second choice.
So yeah, give me a few... What was it?
I forgot.
It was because of the European tour or something like shit like that. And oh yeah, fuck you. And
they're like, yeah, we have Orton. He found out online. He was like, oh, okay.
Triple H is an asshole.
Yeah. That's basically the moral of that whole podcast. Triple H and Vince are
dude, he's worse. Listen,
But thank you for NXT, though.
Yeah, thank you. That's the only thing I appreciate you doing. And the good matches that you pulled back in the day.
Yeah.
Great, but you're probably worse than Vince.
And your wife.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice.
As a person. No, as a human being. He just...
I like your wife.
It's nice too.
Fellow Connecticut. He's from Connecticut. Yeah. Both are.
And Vince too.
Oh, yeah. Greenwich.
That's kind of awesome, though.
White ass town.
That's the whitest town.
Yeah, but it's just like...
I still feel Triple H is the biggest asshole. He's worse than Vince. He's worse than Stephanie. As a person, but as...
Bring back Shane O'Mac. Here comes the money!
Yeah, but he's in Japan.
Yeah, I know.
Which is doing great over there. He's doing amazing.
Doing his own shit.
But another dude, did you know, he wanted to buy out ECW for a huge sum of money.
Yeah, Heyman talked about it on his DVD.
Dude, but that would be great. If they bring Shane back, which I don't think will happen because he feels like family, he doesn't work well with family. He'll do great.
He does. Every match he had was amazing, so.
Now, before we go, who do you think will be the new manager for Raw? And it's definitely going to happen next year.
Next week or in general?
No, in general. It's definitely going to happen next year. They have to put somebody.
I don't know.
But here's a good...
It would be cool if it's Corey Graves. I'd be really okay with Corey Graves.
It would be great, but he's better as a
commentator. But I'd be cool with that. But I don't know.
But...
I know Hogan's next week.
Yeah, I know. But what happened last night, which was Monday? What happened last night?
Jericho.
No. Well, other than Jericho. What was Paul Heyman talking about?
Paul Heyman as general manager. Fuck yes.
That would be a great storyline because you have...
I made that up! Dude! I was totally planning him. I was like thinking, I was throwing around the idea for my show on YouTube. Yeah. My pick fed. I was told, it would be cool if I make Heyman my general manager. I don't have a general manager. Like, how cool would it be if I have Heyman as my general manager? Just throwing it around.
Listen, but I just think...
Everything I do on my show, WWE does. I made Ziggler the IC champion. They made him... Well, no, he's not IC champion. He has the IC champ Money in the Bank briefcase. But still, it's basically the same thing. The briefcase, IC champ, like what?
But I feel...
Everything I do, they do.
Listen, but having Paul Heyman...
I did Brock versus Taker on my show. 2 months before, I did it in January before the match was even announced, and then I did Mania. I was like,
because at that time, I remember at that time we were
stop watching my show.
At that time we were talking about it all the damn time, and it happened.
I was like, stop watching my show, WWE. Damn it.
Having Paul as a general manager, it would be great as a storyline.
Yeah.
Because you got to think, you have Seth Rollins, and then you have Brock, and then he can basically do whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah.
Which is kind of hard because they did that back then in SmackDown. He was a pain in the ass. Yeah. Sent him to Florida. And he did great over there too. Everywhere Paul goes is great, but having him as a general manager.
That'd be cool.
That would probably be one of the best things that they would definitely do because Paul.
Shut up and take my money.
Because Paul is great.
Paul is guy.
And matches, he's amazing. Paul Heyman is the guy. And even let's say if we do make it in wrestling later on, who knows? If we do,
I want to be a Paul Heyman.
I want to be a Paul Heyman.
I want to be a Paul Heyman.
I don't care. I'll be heel. I don't give a crap.
I don't care if he's like 104. I want to be a Paul Heyman guy.
Insane.
If he can't even walk to the ring, I'll be a Paul Heyman guy.
I'll go with a wheelchair and then like.
Cool, just to say, I'll take him. I'll push him down the wheelchair.
Yeah. I'm a Paul Heyman guy. Paul Heyman.
Like you listen to him.
Like it'll be great, but who knows? Who knows? It could happen. We'll find out what in 10 years.
Yeah.
Probably even more.
Yeah, probably less than that.
I mean, it depends how we do.
Yeah. It took Pac, like, Adrian Neville took him a few years. Got signed.
True.
Generico's been wrestling since, Sami Zayn's been wrestling since, like, 2002.
2002.
Look at him now, NXT champion.
Oh, this is amazing. But, Paul Heyman, folks. Paul Heyman is the guy. And, I mean, we both watched the documentary.
Yeah.
Great documentary. And, Paul's actually a nice guy. He's an asshole on TV.
He's a funny guy.
But he's fucking awesome. He's hilarious. He's this guy who's a complete douchebag, but then again actually cares. Because you saw him, like, he gives advice to the new people that come in.
Yeah.
Don't do this. If you do it this way, you'll be fine. Like, he's basically helping Renee Young, too.
Yeah.
Just freaking cool. I was like, yeah, she doesn't wrestle, but...
I love Renee.
He's helping her.
That's Dean Ambrose's girl.
Yeah. Fucking motherfucker. But
I know.
And we have Heyman helping her in their interviews and stuff like that. Which, Paul Heyman's... Paul Heyman's a great guy.
Yeah.
Yes, he's a fucking asshole on TV, but... in real life, he's actually...
Gotta love him.
Yeah. And back to ECW, remember when they were talking about... Tommy Dreamer's like, oh yeah, you don't know how to work with this stuff? Oh yeah, go ahead, just, I'll teach you. He's fucking awesome. Because
he puts the Jew in jiu-jitsu.
Exactly, he puts
That's
the Jew in
jiu-jitsu. That's what he said last night in a row.
Like him when he was little, well, he was talking about he did all these things, and then at certain times people let him stay there, and stuff like that, and do certain stuff. He's letting these new people do the same thing as he did so they can be successful.
Yeah.
Which, that's the real Paul Heyman.
Oh. And on that note, 1 hour and 36 minutes, the longest one, almost 2 hours.
That's how podcast should
That's a comeback episode right there.
That's definitely a comeback. I'm surprised we didn't do 2 hours.
I thought we were going to.
Yeah, if we had more time, we could have done 2 hours. We finished exactly 6.
Yo, we died.
Exactly 6.
So for the World Uncensored, I am Gabe Foster.
He's Gabe.
Let me redo that. Let me try again. Okay. For the World Uncensored, I'm Gabe Foster.
I'm Jonathan Rivera, a.k.a. Rogue.
Our information's in the bottom below.
And
follow us, tweet us, ask us questions. We'll answer next week.
Yep.
See you guys next week.
Peace out, motherfucker.
Peace.